Hey guys, it's Jola again. I think this is an ROI. Not really sure. I don't know what. This is like the eighth or the ninth. I'm not sure. Maybe even a double digit. I'm not sure. But again, I'm doing this just as a reminder. I saw it RIO. Doing this because I can't afford a therapist. Um, I don't really have. I don't really want to bother anyone in terms of my mental issues. And everyone's going through their own thingy-majiggo. I don't really want to intrude, regardless of whether or not people are my friends. It's like that's great, but my friends also are dealing with the same kind of things, and I have no right to just tell them, hey, care about what I'm going through. So just using this as my little kind of like platform to vent out my frustrations, because I believe it's very important for people to vent out their frustrations and not use their trauma as a means to become worse people. Thus, it's better to just let it out before it grows. It's kind of like cancer, in my opinion. Bad thoughts, or it's kind of like poison. Sometimes you ingest a little bit of it, you have to let it out, you have to puke it out. So this topic is going to be kind of hard to swallow. It's about weight and body image. So if you're not into that, please close the video now, as I am not going to hold back on my commentary about how I subjectively feel about myself, and this might trigger you in a way that you can relate in a bad way. So yeah, everything I'm about to say is completely subjective and they're my experiences. First off, I like the color black. Not because it's my absolute favorite color, I think that would belong to pastel pink. I love the color black, and I love loose clothing because it hides how fat I really am. And I use that term so subjectively because people will tell me you're not fat when they don't realize that, because they put so much gravity to that word, fat. Like it's the absolute most unhealthiest, most ugly fucking adjective you can have for your body. It like as if it's worse than being a smoker, right? Just to be fat, to be even 5 pounds, 2 pounds, a pound overweight. It's as if people are like, that's the most unhealthy, that's the only thing they question, whether or not you're overweight or you're in the optimum weight. They won't even question your muscle mass, which also affects the optimality, I don't know the fucking word, of your peak health. It's good to be at your peak muscle mass and BMI, whatever, but it's not the only factor of health. But I guess it's been so ingrained to me to not be fat, to feel fucking ugly when I'm fat, or when I'm overweight, or when my body is disproportionate because some parts of it are muscular and the other parts of it are fat. And I'm not skinny, I'm not aesthetic, I'm not sexy, I'm not desirable. And it makes me feel so ugly, all because I enjoy food. And take note, I used to enjoy cigarettes, and no one called me disgusting. That's cigarettes. It's fucking cigarettes. That is a type B carcinogen in the minimum. Could even be a type A. Or is it type 2 or type 1? I'm not sure. But if you smoke too much cigarettes, it may, very high chance, you will get lung cancer. But 100% chance, I think, if you keep smoking cigarettes, you will get emphysema. That means your lungs will stop working. But when I was smoking in my stories, some people even found it attractive. Some people even found it aesthetic. And I liked that attention, I guess. I do like attention. I feel like I like attention because I wasn't given enough attention as a child. A lot of people have such negative connotations to that, you know, like, oh, this motherfucker wasn't given enough attention as a child, thus he's like that. They say that in such a judgmental way instead of in an empathetic way, you know? It should be, if you're a good person, oh, this person didn't get enough attention as a child. Thus, if I can use my positive energy as a good human being, you know, as an egalitarian, as a fucking humanitarian or whatever, who's like pro-human, why don't I be good and kind to this person who wasn't given enough attention as a child? Sure, it's not your responsibility, but if your general response to people who just have like weird childhoods or trauma as a child is just like, oh, this motherfucker wasn't, you know, given enough attention, you're kind of a bad person. Okay, maybe not bad. I'm not saying you fucking, like, you know, kill people, but like, you lack empathy, and that's one of the worst qualities or characteristics anyone can have. Just the overall lack of empathy. It's so cringy when people lack empathy. It's the cringiest fucking thing when people lack empathy. Like, it's not your responsibility to make someone's life better, but if you have zero empathy toward a stranger who did nothing to you, nothing at all, I find that so cringy. If you have past experience with this person and they kind of hurt you, I understand. But if your default mode is just like, I hate being empathetic to people, I hate that guy, you remind me of a man, like a typical man guy, toxic masculinity, patriarchy dude. That's what it reminds me of. And I hate that, because we are born into this world for each other and for ourselves. We are supposed to love ourselves and share that love to others. And if you can't love a person, just be empathetic toward them. If you can't be empathetic toward them, be sympathetic. If you can't be sympathetic toward them, respect them. If you can't respect them, don't hurt them. Fuck off. Period. Okay? Unless they're hurting you and you have to defend yourself. Okay? So, I was a fat kid. I was a... Be right back. This was me. 3 years old. 3 years old. I ate nothing but fried chicken. I ate nothing but carbohydrates and pancit canton, you know? Like noodles and fried chicken and rice and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of rice. And I was a kid, okay? I was a kid, that's fine. Kids are not supposed to be on a diet. I fucking swear. Even though you turn 18, dude, like, don't restrict yourself from eating. And it's so sad because I don't know who to turn to. I'm not elite enough to afford a dietitian. I'm not elite enough to afford a therapist. I am not elite financially enough to go to the right information to what works for my body. The only fucking thing I have is the internet. And I see the genetics, okay, the extended family that I have, and they're all heavyweights. And that's fine if they're happy with that. But I'm not happy with that for myself. Is it because of past trauma? Is it because I was bullied for being fat as a kid? Was it because I was made like I'm the ugly kid for being fat? Maybe. But I do know one thing. For some fucking reason, and it's completely subjective, I am not happy. I am not happy with my body when I'm not skinny. And I know that in of itself sounds obnoxious. But maybe maybe I should care less about what other people think, because I guarantee you I do care about what other people think. And yes, it bothers me. It affects me when I'm not given attention I don't get attention from my mom. I don't know, like a sweet attention. I don't know if she's ever called me handsome or I don't know. I have no idea. I don't remember. But that kid was fat and he hated being fat even when he was a kid. And that kid is now 21 and he still hates being fat. And even though people say, you're not fat, someone can tell me, hey, you're not fat, I still feel disgusting. And I look at my fucking underbelly, right? I look at this. I look at my fucking squishy ass tits. These things, especially this, I don't know how to get rid of this. This little pouch here that gives me a pot belly, I don't know. I don't know how to get rid of that. I tried. I've starved myself. I've considered even being bulimic. And it's to the point where I want to romanticize eating disorders. For myself, not for anyone else. For myself. It's almost as if I shove my fingers down my throat and I puke out the thing that I enjoyed, I will feel clean. Because I feel dirty for enjoying food. And for fuck's sake, like, we're not just talking about hamburgers and pizza and fries. We're talking about, I live in Asia. Asian food, dude. The fucking seasoning, the flavors, it's delicious. And to lose weight, you gotta take out the carbs. And carbs are one of the best food groups. It's one of the tastiest food groups. And Asian food got a lot of carbs. So I gotta do this keto diet, right? I gotta eat lots of olive oil, lots of organic butter, lots of meat, take out the carbs. And I lose weight. Feel good about myself temporarily. But then I always have this fear. Am I gonna get fat again tomorrow when I wake up? Because I fucking love beer. I fucking love beer. And it's just, I wish I had this cute, positive energy glow. But I always ruin it just by being myself and just because I enjoy food. And I would not wish this fucking brain on anyone else. For them to question their value by enjoying food, I don't wish this for anyone else. This is why I'm saying it's so subjective. I love it. It's not even just, oh, your courage, you were so courageous for being fat and loving yourself. No, that means your brain is fucking magnificent because it doesn't give a shit about what other people think. If you're fat and you feel sexy, that's so fucking sexy. Like, seriously, I am attracted to that. Like, because it's not because of courage. Okay? That's such a backhanded motherfucking compliment. I'm attracted to that because you can do something I can't. And it's not just the courage. I just think my brain is fucking stupid. Like, there's a cog in my cerebrum that is not oiled enough. Because other people can go through that journey of just not caring about what other people think, or they acknowledge that they do care, but it shouldn't ruin, you know, their image for their own body. This is also me, by the way, as a kid. So I don't know what it would take for me to be happy with my body. I just know that I'm happy when I'm skinny. Does that suck? I don't know. Because again, I don't want to make it seem that skinny is bad. Okay? Because I guarantee you, people who comment on skinny people's bodies, like, oh, you're too skinny, you have to go to the gym, they're fucking jealous of you. Okay? they're saying that to spite you. I guarantee there's so many people who say that just to spite you because they easily gain weight. And while you're naturally skinny, you can eat all the fucking carbs you want. Carbs, literally the best fucking food group. You can eat as much of that as you want. You can eat an entire box of Krispy Kreme and you still won't gain weight. So obviously for us, people who gain weight from doing nothing, just from, wow, the air has calories, I guess. Just from doing that. So obviously, because we're frustrated, a lot of us, okay, I'm not speaking for everyone, a lot of us, we say that shit to spite you. And I feel like I've done this as well. Like, oh, you're so skinny. No, I'm not saying that because it's a bad thing, or I think it's a bad thing, or I want to shame your body, or I want to comment your body. I'm saying that because I wish I were you, man, or woman, who just, it's like, it's all the way up. You've got the genetic privilege. If you want to gain muscle, right, like be a Greek god or Greek goddess, you want to be like fucking, who's the Avatar Aang, and then after Avatar Aang was the really hot girl who's like really ripped, Korra. Yeah, Korra. If you want to be like Korra, if you want to be like a Greek god and you're skinny, you just gotta eat a lot of steak. You just gotta lift the shit out of them, eat a lot of steak, and then eventually you're there. Tom Holland did it, and he thought it was impossible to gain muscle because he was skinny all his life. But there's a secret, and it's called protein and working out and just keeping active. How about for us who just naturally gain weight? What's the secret? Is it fucking bulimia? Is it just not eating and enjoying carbs, lying to ourselves that we hate carbs? Never drinking beer? Just to fucking please people? Hey, we're skinny. We're skinny too. Do you find us hot now? And it's just like, man, why do I care about being hot so much? Will I even be hot if I'm skinny? I don't know. Maybe for me, subjectively, I'm hot. But to other people, they don't give a shit. It's frustrating, you know? I hate my genes. I see my extended family and how much they just indulge. They just indulge in pizza and processed and fucking ice cream and soda every fucking weekend or every other day. And then they question, when am I gonna lose weight? They've been saying that since they were 20, and it scares the shit out of me because I have those genes. And if I'm not careful, I will become them. I will be in a wheelchair. I'll be like the American whatever from in Walmart. And I'm not saying that gives them less value, but it irritates me because it scares me, because it's like I have so much other problems and now I have to deal with this fucking weight issue because I'm genetically like this. And it's just like I'm so tired of restrictive eating. It makes me feel weak. It makes me feel like I have no energy when I just say fuck bread, fuck rice. I'm getting skinny now, but I have no energy. I just want to stay in my room. And when I eat carbs, I have so much energy. I feel like working out. And I check my belly and it's like I got a pot belly. What the fuck happened? I don't know what to do. I don't know what diet is right for me. I don't know if it's, I've tried intermittent fasting. I did keto, it did make me achieve my goal, but I'm fucking weak when I do keto. I have no energy. Imagine just like no beer, no rice, no bread. It's like, yeah, you're gonna lose weight, but where the fuck are you gonna get your energy source from? What's your go food? Yeah, you got grow and glow. Where's your go food? How are you gonna go? You know, it's like, I guess we're just gonna stay at home all day because we're tired. So I have to wear black, you know, I have to wear black because I feel fat. And I don't even know, and I keep telling myself before I sleep, tomorrow I'm not gonna eat anything. But then I eat something and I feel like crying. You know, it's like, what the fuck is that? Then you hear people who complain about being naturally skinny and they eat whatever they want, like if that's a bad thing. I eat whatever I want, as much as I want, and I never gain weight. It's like, yo, no one's bullying you, dude. People they want to put you down because you're genetically privileged. Everyone wishes they could do that. That's a superpower. Like, are you fucking kidding? Like,